To me, that's where it started, was riding. It's like all I wanted to do was ride a motorcycle with my brothers. That was it. I didn't see a TV show with guys on motorcycles. I didn't see a bunch of guys rolling by on motorcycles or anything like that. I saw my brothers. That was my, initially. And all I wanted to do was ride with them. And at the time, I didn't care what kind of motorcycle it was. Just, let's get a motorcycle. The more I was doing this on my own, and the less I was doing the corporate world, movie business, the better I felt and the happier I was. So I'm a lot poorer, but I'm a lot happier, that's for sure. And I think my thing was, even when I was a kid, I was like, I just want to wake up in the morning and be happy or excited about going to work, whatever the job is. To me, the idea of going to a job and working 80 hours a week and just so you can get a promotion of 25 more cents a week or something is insane to me. And then sitting in traffic for 40 hours is crazy. One of the first bikes I built from scratch, I rode to San Francisco and I rode across the Golden Gate Bridge. And I was like, I got goosebumps. Getting it now. It's like, there's something really, for the lack of being overly romantic, there's something pretty spiritual about that. I put this thing together with my hands. This thing doesn't exist without my energy. And here I am riding it across this massive, it's just pretty cool. And that just sticks with you, and that it's like a drug, I've been fortunate enough that I put a lot of miles on bikes over the years all over the country. And I love California, so I'm biased, but it's hard to beat the Central Coast of California as far as riding goes. Some of the best roads, there's more canyons and stuff that still hasn't been discovered, which is discovered by by a lot of riders. You're going from the coast, Morro Bay, to wine country, way up into the canyons, in the middle of nowhere. You're going over fire roads that are now paved that are barely one lane, and your deer are jumping out in front of you, and trees, just canopies of trees over the roads, and the sun bursting through the trees. When you're riding an old motorcycle, riding a motorcycle in general, it's about disconnecting from the modern world for the most part, or from the corporate world or wherever, and getting a little bit closer to that whole idea of being free. So I organize this ride, and I call it the analog. There's no cell phones, no social media. We just, for a weekend, we ride our motorcycles, we connect with each other, and we get back to just the basics. So when we're sitting around at a campfire and we're talking and singing songs, you don't see anybody with a screen in their face. Every guy that starts doing something he loves in his garage or wherever it is, if you're doing it because you love it, you're not thinking that one day you're going to have a big company. That's not your focus. And because, let's face it, most of the guys, that doesn't happen. But when you stay with the spirit, you stay local, and you keep that idea going, and that shows a respect, and that shows a care for your community, and that shows like, hey, we're still the same dudes that were doing it in our garage. We still care about what we're doing, and that's a big deal.